Good morning, student. I am Alok Brahme from Amuja Public School, Rabdi Awas. Today, I am going to discuss with you chapter first in Indian economy at the eve of independence, and I am going to teach you today about the land tenure system. Chapter first. Topic: land tenure system. Britishers, after capturing India in the year 1793, in the year 1793, they started, land tenure system, right? The first land tenure system was zamindar system. Zamindar system, or it has several. We can call it landlord system, then jagirdar system, right? This system was introduced by Lord Cornwallis. Lord Cornwallis introduced this system. In the year 1793. In the year 1793, areas, first important point, different areas were Bihar, Bengal, Odisha, and Varanasi. And Varanasi. Full stop. This system has another name: permanent settlement system. Is the another name of landlord system. Now see, these are the three important points. Now in this system, zamindars were made owners by the Britishers. It is their responsibility to collect the rent. It is their responsibility to collect the rent from the farmers. That is why they used to allot land to landless farmers, and all the farmers became landless. All the farmers became landless during that time. Right? All the fifth point. All the farmers were made landless. All the farmers were made landless. Next point. Next important point is 6. Rent was divided into 11 parts. Right? 1/11. Right? One part, or we can say one part goes to landlords. Or we can say we can write like this: 1/11 part goes to landlord, and 10/11 go to East India Company. East India Company. In this way, Britishers were made whole soul, representative of the collection of rent to the landlord. These landlords were also called as middlemen. These landlords were also called as middlemen, or we can call them intermediaries. Or intermediate. Right. It was therefore they used to allot land to the landless farmers. Right. Farmers were totally dependent on them. Right. They have to serve them. They have to serve them as their owner. These landlord used to collect more rent from them. And some portion they kept for themselves, and rest of the portion they used to give to East India Company as rent. Right. So farmers were totally dependent on landlord. On the landlord, again I am stressing. In this system was very poor, right? Because heavy exploitation of the farmers were done by the landlords, and Britishers have no direct connection with the farmers. Despite making several complaints by the farmers, Britishers or East India Company did not listen to their complaints of their exploitation. They were farmers were totally dependent on the landlord mercy. Full stop. If they used to pay the rent regularly, then land used to allot to them. Otherwise, once they fail to pay the rent, then the land for next time land was not allotted to them or allotted, but then the rate of rent was also increased. In this way, they exploited heavily to the peasants. Right, my dear student, the next system we are going to discuss about the Riyadwari system. So these are the important points in the Zamindari system. Now we are going to discuss about the Riyadwari system. This is the second system which was introduced by the Britishers, right? It was introduced by Thomas Munro. Introduced by Thomas Munro. Thomas Munro in the year 1820. Number second. Right. Major areas, Madras, Tamil Nadu. Major areas, Tamil Nadu. Bombay. Then parts of Assam, then etc. Assam, etc. Third point. Peasants, farmers, or we can also call it tillers, were owner of the land. Fourth point. British government collect tax directly from the peasants. Used to collect rent directly from peasants. The revenue rate was 50% where the land is dry. Right? Means water availability is very less. Means water availability is very less. Right? Or most of the time there is drought-like condition. There is drought-like condition. Right? See, where drought-like condition, or you can say availability of water is less. Water is less. Right, see. Now, the rate of revenue was 60%, where land is not dry, land is dry but fertile. So this was the Ryok-Wari system. Under Ryok-Wari system, farmers were allotted land and farmers were responsible to pay the rent directly to the British government, or you can say land revenue. Instead of the rent, we can also call land revenue. Properly, famously known as Lagan. Right. This system was prevalent in the southern region of India. Prevalent mainly in southern region. Right. So my dear student, under this system was once again key point. Thomas Munro introduced this in the year 1820. Major areas were, you can say, southern region, Tamil Nadu, Bombay, parts of Assam, etc. Peasants, farmers, tillers were owner of the land. Right? Britishers government used to collect rent directly from the peasants. The revenue rate was 50% where the land is dry, right, or drought-like condition, or availability water is less. But the rate of revenue was 60% where land is not dry. Where land is not dry but fertile. In this way, they classified the land. So my dear student, this was my second topic. Third topic was Mahalwari system. Now in this system, in the Mahalwari system, there were 6 key points which every student has to keep in mind. Now first of all, this system was introduced. This system was introduced by Lord William Bentinck in the year 1833. Second key point, areas where this system was followed: Northwest, Frontier, Punjab, Punjab was very big. Now, most of the part of the Punjab exists in Pakistan. So, Punjab was very big area. Then Agra, Awadh, and Gangetic plains, etc. Gangetic Valley. Gangetic Valley, etc. Right, see, third, Mahal means group of one or two villages in this way. Land was divided. Or we can call it the group of villages is called as Mahal. The group of villages is called as Mahal. Next, fourth point, ownership right exists with the farmers or tillers. Next point, village committee or village headman call it Sarpanch. Was head responsible. I have removed Sarpanch because Sarpanch is head of 5 villages. So we can call it Panch. Head responsible for collecting rent or land revenue. Next important point is tillers could not evicted from land. From land as long as he was paying rent. He is paying rent. Right. This system was better than the previous system. Right. So farmers or village headmen, you can say village headmen, were directly responsible for paying the rent to the British government. So this is a Malbari system and it has 6 important points which we have discussed. So the next topic is related with the condition of foreign trade during the time of independence. We are going to discuss about this topic. Now, topic is condition of foreign trade. Condition of foreign trade. What was the condition of foreign trade during the time of Britishers, or you can say when the Britishers left India? My dear student, the condition of foreign trade was totally not in favor of Indians. Right after independence, we found 4 important points. 4 important points which I would like to discuss with you. Number first point is exporter of raw material. Exporter of raw material. To Britain. Second, importer of finished product. Importer of fresh product. Third, monopoly of Great Britain. Indian foreign trade. Fourth, drain of wealth. Drain of wealth from India. These are the four important points which we are going to discuss regarding this. First, we take up the exporter of raw material to Britain. And most of the raw material was exported to Great Britain, where in Manchester city, Manchester industries were making finished product. They wanted raw material from India. India's raw material, some raw material is excellent, like jute, indigo, cotton, sugarcane. Right, etc. etc. Right, these were all commercial crop which have great demand in the market of the Great Britain. Right, there were maximum cotton textile industries which were making, cloth from the cotton or silk. We have export from India. Right, it has great demand. These products have great demand in which market? In the market of UK. In the market of UK and European market. So, due to a certain policy, they kept India only as a raw material exporting country, and they made India only an agriculture country or an agrarian economy. Right, they do not wish that India should develop as a finished product makers. That is why they kept export of raw material tax free, or you can say tariff free, right, without paying any type of tax or custom duty, import duty, whatever it is, right. Raw material can be freely exported to European markets or Great Britain. Right. So it was a policy of the Britishers. Next point is importer of finished product. Yes, the goods manufactured by the UK, Britain, Great Britain were supplied to India as a finished product. These products were very fine and made by the machine and has low cost. They are more durable than the handmade products. Right? Their finishing is also very good and that it has great demand in India. But by the starting of the movement of Mahatma Gandhi, these products gradually start losing their demand in India. Right? Some years back, people also boycotted these products, but later on, once again, they shifted back to the purchase of these products, imported products, because they were very cheap and durable than the Indian product. Then the third point is the profit. The profit of profit of the import goes to the British industries. One more thing I want to add here: the profit earned from the import of finished product goes to the British industries. Right. So that is the another key point. So it was making British industries more and more wealthy rather than Indian industries. Then monopoly of Great Britain on Indian foreign trade. Full control. Great Britain exercised full control, total control on the Indian foreign trade, whether it is export, whether it is import. Right? All was controlled totally by the Britishers, and the profit earned by the trade, foreign trade, went to East India Company, or you can say British industries or British government. So we can say there was total control of the Great Britain on Indian foreign trade. In fact, it is a monopoly. I am using the word monopoly. Monopoly of the Great Britain on Indian foreign trade, we found this was the another condition of foreign trade, during the time of independence. At the time of independence. Right. The lastly we have drain of wealth from India. Wealth was totally drained from India. Wealth was totally drained from India. Right? Every penny earned by the Britishers from the foreign trade used to go to the Great Britain. Right? See, my dear student, Great Britain was becoming flourish, becoming more and more prosperous by getting benefit from the Indian foreign trade. All the profit earned through the foreign trade, not invested even a single penny by the Britishers in India. All the profit goes to the Great Britain. Right? Profit goes to the went to the Great Britain. Great Britain. Right? See, they did not invest any penny in the development of India. Not invested. Only those areas were developed. Only those areas were developed which were very important for the Britishers, where British colonies were made or where business centers were developed, or from where the raw material was supplied to the ports. Those areas was developed, and rest of the India were left undeveloped, backward. Right? See. So in this way we can say that the condition of foreign trade at the time of independence was very poor. Was very poor, right? Only, once again I am recapping, India was exporter of raw material to the Great Britain, right? Importer of finished product, monopoly of Great Britain on Indian foreign trade, drain of wealth from India, right? The motive of this foreign trade during the time of Britishers was to earn maximum profit from Indian trade, right? And the money earned by the Britishers sent to the Great Britain. The next topic we are going to start about the last important topic. For today, we are going to start with demographic conditions. Demographic conditions. Demographic conditions, or we can say condition of population. Right, this is the next topic where I am going to take up today in this video. The first point was high birth rate or death rate. What is birth rate? Birth rate means number of people born per 1,000 in a year. That is called birth rate. Death rate means number of people died per 1,000 in a year. That is called death rate. Right? Birth rate and death rate was very high. It means reproduction is also very high and death rate was very high because there was lack of contraceptive. Right? So that is why the rate of population was growth of wealth was very high. Then death rate was high because of lack of medicine, lack of cure. So my dear student, so these were the condition of Indian population during the time of independence, high birth rate and death rate. Then second point is infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate. Right, the mortality rate of kids. Infant means kids, small children. Infant means children below the age of 1 year. Children below the age of 1 year. Right. These children are called as infant. These children are called as infant. Their rate was very high. How much it is? How much it is? 2,218 per thousand. 218 per thousand. It means that 218 student dies per thousand. 218 student dies per thousand. This was a great rate, or you can say very high rate of infants. Then low expectancy of life. It means the average age of Indians were 34 years. Average age of Indians were 34 years. 34 years. Right, see, it means the average life of Indian people is very poor. Right, very less people used to cross the age of age of 50 or 60, because there was lack of medicine, lack of cure of some disease like typhoid, malaria, cholera, and then famine used to come during that time, drought used to come, so drought used to fall. That is why these were the conditions which make the low level of expectancy of Indian people life. So my dear student, then the next point comes in this category is illiteracy. Illiteracy were very important. Illiteracy was very high among the Indians. Only 17% male were educated and 13% female were educated during the time of approximately. Right. So level of literacy is very low. You can say around 80% of the population were illiterate. 80% of the population were I should say more than I am writing here, more than 80% of the population were illiterate in that country. Right, see, there was traditional work system was present. That is, the son of cobbler will become cobbler. The son of carpenter will become carpenter. The son of Brahman will become Brahman or Pandit or Pujari. Right, see, this was the casteism was in progress. Due to the casteism, the people who belong to SC caste, they were not allowed to enter into the school. Only those belong to high caste were allowed to take the education. This was another reason of illiteracy. This was another reason of high illiteracy rate in the economy. Then moreover, Indian people don't like to send girls to school. They don't want that girls should educate. Some of them used to believe if they will go to the school or college, they will spoil. They would be spoiled. Right? So they don't want to send girls child to the school. Right, this was the another reason, that is why the illiteracy rate was very less among the ladies, females than the males. Right, see. Next point is poverty. Fifth point is poverty. Acute poverty was there. Acute. Acute poverty was there. Right, why? Most of the people were agriculturists. Right? They used to do agriculture. 72.7%. We can say 72.7% people were engaged in agriculture. 72.7% people were engaged in agriculture. Right, see, there was system of joint family. The size of land holdings were very small. So, in the joint family system and the size of land holdings are very small, my dear student, people were not able to fulfill their even basic needs. Right. Moreover, they were growing crops for self-consumption rather than marketable surplus. Rather than for raising marketable surplus. Right, self-consumption of the crops were in progress. Farmer used to do, agriculture to store the food for the whole year. They used to produce for their family, not for market, not for selling in the market. That is the another reason. Right, there was acute poverty among the agriculture, or you can say rural area or in urban areas. Right. Then standard of living. Standard of living was very poor. The standard of living was very poor. Why? The standard of living was very poor because they have less per capita income. They have less per capita income, and mostly people were living in joint family system where one used to earn and rest 10 or 12 people used to eat. So that is why their standard of living was very poor. Right, and some other you can say features are also there. That is called as dowry system was in progress, sati pratha was in progress. Right, these were all the system which shows the condition of population during the time of independence. Right, see, at the eve of independence we have these conditions also. Child marriage system was in progress. Number 7, we can say child marriage. Child marriage system exists. 8, sati pratha. System exists. Then dowry system was prevalent. In the society. So all the worst things were present in the society. People have superstition beliefs, right? That is called dogmatic belief. So, my dear student, these were the important condition, important point which I have highlighted in front of you, right? These were the condition of, these were demographic conditions exist in India during the time of India. So, my dear student, tomorrow I will bring one more video for you, and I will continuously used to bring whole year videos for you. I hope you will like this video and share it. So myself once again is saying goodbye to all of you, and thank you for hearing me patiently. Thank you. Good day.